With our Brittany Jeffers right now. She's been at TransStar all morning long. She's got Judge Lena Hidalgo from Harris County. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. And as we know, there's been a lot of work behind the scenes right now as people are dealing with, treacherous road conditions and these dangerous temperatures. Judge, what can you tell us about the kind of the climate, the current conditions that we're seeing around the city right now as far as the roads are concerned?
First, a thank you to the community because we saw some accidents, but just very limited numbers. So our first responders are all grateful. But I also want to set expectations that this is just the beginning. The road conditions are going to continue for a couple days. The power issues are going to continue for a couple days. And so I know that a lot of people are without power. It's awful. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very uncomfortable for the next few days. And so everybody needs to be prepared for the possibility of losing power. And what you're going to have to do, stay in one room, bundle up. It's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be really, really bad. But that's what we're facing here. It's a very unprecedented situation. And right now, these outages is the state trying to preserve our grid statewide so that we don't then lose power for, days and weeks. So that's what we're facing here.
I know you touched on this briefly, but we're getting calls to the stations, emails asking folks saying, I've been without power for 4 hours. What do I do? What can I expect? What do these people do to try to stay safe and warm? And can we give them any kind of a time frame?
I've been constantly in touch with CenterPoint. We've got a CenterPoint representative here at TransStar that I'm speaking to continually. And I'm hearing about 670,000 people without power throughout our region. So homes without power throughout our region. It's a huge number, and that number is expected to increase. Folks should know CenterPoint is aware of who doesn't have power, but right now it is a statewide grid issue, and this is not the worst of it. So I get it. Look, our first responders are without power. Our police stations, some of them are without power. It's an issue that all of us are facing. And the best recommendation is stay in your home. Even without power, your home is safer than being out in the elements. Our warming centers are exclusively for people who are homeless, who've been stranded on the roads. But staying home, bundling up in one room, lots of layers, that's the way to do it. And remember that also we expect potential pipes bursting, so we expect potential water issues coming up. And that's where, I hope everybody packed up, to have enough water and provisions. So we're in for a tough run here, but we're tough. We'll deal with it.
And when can we expect any other updates, I guess, throughout the afternoon, or what can folks be looking to?
We'll keep folks updated if anything changes. Right now, the forecast is only going to get worse. While we're seeing outages in order to preserve power for the grid, there can be additional ones from freezing rain on the power lines. So don't expect necessarily things to get better. Right now, we're in the part where things are probably going to get worse before they get better. And I'm constantly in touch with CenterPoint. I know that they're working to bring things up to speed as quickly as possible, but obviously it's a statewide issue. And I do want to stress, folks that do have power right now, please conserve it. Do not use unnecessary appliances. Put the temperature low, 68 degrees of lower or lower. That will help us. That will help us, everybody else, because that way the statewide network is not going to have to shut off power for other people in order to keep a balanced grid.
Well, a lot very helpful for people to keep in mind there. Judge, thank you so much for that update. We do appreciate it. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more and as this all continues to transpire. But back to you.